Yo, artists of the internet, Dontavius here, and today we will be talking about short stories, a way to practice your manga creating abilities in a short and concise way. A short or mini comic is a mini story made up of few pages and panels. Very simple. And if you, dear viewer, are coming from my page a day video, then congratulations, you have already made a short comic. Unlike full-length one-shots or chapters, a short comic is aimed to capture the attention, evoke emotions, or convey a narrative arc in a condensed format. In other words, a short comic is aimed to tell a story quickly, get in and get out. It can be 10 pages or 1 page, just as long as there is a story. It also showcases your skills in telling that story in those few pages. It can vary in style, genre, and tone, offering a quick yet immersive experience for readers. Examples of short comics are Adventure Time shorts, Hellboy short comics, and any manga with extra chapters. Those are also shorts. Before we get into the how aspect, let me talk about the work you're seeing on screen real quick. So when embarking on this video, I created a 5-page short comic. I'd expected to take longer, but because of all the practice I did on the pages, I breezed through this comic. And because of that, I am challenging myself to create 3 short comics every month for this year. And if you want to see that, stay tuned. But for right now, here's Maya and Noir mini comic. If you want to see it up close, I made an account on Manga Plus Creators where I will store these short comics, link in the description. Now, back to the how. Since you're creating a short story with more development and characters than the usual 1 page, I would suggest planning it, meaning scripting, character design, and storyboarding, but before all that, you need an idea. For an idea, I always suggest the word generator or prompt generator, but another way you can come up with ideas is design characters first. Just drawing a random character you made up can spark creativity. Another way is to write a story about yourself, whether that's a personal experience or something that happened earlier today. But if all else fails and you still cannot come up with an idea, there's one secret way you can come up with an idea. Shh, come closer. Steal. Well, this type of stealing is for learning purposes. For this, you need to find a short comic and copy the story, but create new characters, environments, and change as much as possible. But if the comic is still close to the source material, please credit the original artist and comic. A more in-depth video on ideas coming soon, but for now, since you have your idea in hand, you now need to scope out how long you want it to be. I would suggest starting with 2 to 5 pages if you're just starting, but if you're well aware of your skills in art, you can go beyond and go to 5 to 10 pages. After you've decided on how many pages you plan to do, then it's time to outline what is going to happen in each page. The outline is very simple. Just put bullet points of the idea in your head on paper and divide those bullet points into pages. After you're done outlining the pages, you are ready to start scripting, which should be much easier since you already know what's happening. So scripting should be quick and easy. Just put more details into those bullet points and add your dialogue, and then you begin storyboarding your script. I won't give a detailed explanation on paneling or page flow, but if you want, you can tell me in the comments below and I will make a whole video on storyboarding. And after all that, you start drawing your pages. I would suggest giving yourself a deadline to give you the feel of making manga on a schedule. And with that, you should have a full short comic. Now after you finish, I would suggest showing to others to get feedback and genuine critiques. Write down every mistake that was made and everything needing improvement and work on it for your next short comic. When crafting a short comic, it's crucial to avoid overloading it with information. Focus on a specific theme or idea to prevent overwhelming readers and ensure a clear, concise narrative. Keep your dialogue impactful and concise, staying clear of unnecessary exposition that might clutter the limited space. Maintain a straightforward plot structure, avoiding overly complex storylines that can be challenging to convey within the constraints of a short comic. Pay careful attention to visual elements including layout and composition to guide the reader seamlessly through the narrative. Consistency in art style is paramount as abrupt changes can be jarring and detract from the overall impact of the story. Finally, don't underestimate the importance of editing. Even in a short comic, refining dialogue, eliminating unnecessary elements, and ensuring a smooth flow are essential for creating a compelling and engaging visual narrative. Doing short comics has a lot of benefits such as improvement. The goal for aspiring mangakas and comic artists is to make good comics and manga, and what better way to do that than make comics and manga? And with this you can start small. To build a house, you start with one brick. Let's say you've been drawing action all your life and want to test out romance. Make a short comic. Have a story you want to make but don't know if you should put all your time and effort into something you may or may not like drawing? Short comics. Have you always been bad at making jokes for your comics and manga? Short comics. And many more things you can practice and experiment with a short 5-page story. And with just a 3 to 5 page story you can share with your friends and family over a short period of time, you can get a bunch of feedback quickly, seeing what the people like and what you are doing wrong, which in turn help your growth as a manga or comic artist. Also, with creating these short comics, you can build a portfolio which you can show to publishers, showing your versatility as a creator. And there are a lot more benefits to making short comics, but the most important thing for you to do is to start making them. And if you want a good place to start with one page with the video on the left here.